Well, hello, 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 and hello. Happy Sunday. I am apparently live. I'm just going to check and make sure I'm streaming what I need to be streaming, at least where I promised that I would be streaming. So I'm going to check out my YouTube channel and make sure I am there. I feel like my theme word has been a hot minute, but I'm here. I am here. I feel like my theme word has been a hot minute. It's so funny, and not that it has absolutely nothing to do with our conversation for tonight, but it's just so funny on how the color of my hair on the screen and what it actually looks like in real life does not match. But anyway, that's not the conversation today. Those of you who are watching from YouTube, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up and share it out. And if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I would love, love, love to hit that magic number where I can actually really do live events on YouTube and all the fun things that take place there. So now what I want to do is I want to go and check out to see that I am streaming on Twitter for those Twitter folks. So let me see if I am there. And then I'm going to land on my actual page. So it takes a little while, at least for me anyway, to find myself on Twitter. One day I will figure this all out. Let's see. Maybe it will help here. Maybe. Oh, there I go. That was easy. So for those of you who are watching from Twitter, feel free to leave some comments. Let me know that you are there. Share it out as well, as I just did. Gave myself a little heart. And now what I like to do is I'm going to go to my Facebook page and land there with all my fun folks. See who shows up. I'm going to send out a little reminder, let everybody know that I am here, and whoever might be interested in joining me, that would be a fantastic. Okay, I'm going to be sharing the insight card readings based on Scorpio season, what's in store for each and every one of us. We all have Scorpio in our chart at some place. I know for me, Scorpio is sitting in Jupiter energy in my 4th house. So that means some amazing things are about to take place for me. I'm kind of curious to know what amazing things will take place for you. So just sharing it to 1 or 2 other people. And then we're going to get this going. Trying to figure out why it does not allow me to, whatever the case is. Anyway, one more share out. Okay, there we go. Just giving it some time also to see who shows up, who comes and plays with me. Trying to invite some folks, but anyway, it doesn't seem to be working the way I want it to be working. So I'm just going to give it a minute. And I'll do it this way. Maybe I'll be able to catch some folks. So anyway, like I was saying, we all have Scorpio in our chart, someplace on our chart. And this season, Scorpio season, for those of you who may not know, Scorpio season carries the energy from the 8th house, which is all about things coming to an end, making space for some new things to come in, and your transformation that you're about to undergo during this season. Now, in addition to Scorpio season, the sun going into Scorpio, we have some other magnificent energy going on as well. So it's not just about Scorpio season, but it also is in addition to Venus has just moved into Scorpio. In addition to Saturn has just gone direct. Now let's talk a little bit about both those energies before we dive in, because there is a lot going on. So again, Venus is our planet of relationship, love, and money. And again, where Venus sits on your chart will then give you the theme to what's going to take place during the Scorpio season. And Saturn is our planet of structure, boundaries, foundation, reorganizing. And again, where that sits on your chart. And it's in Aquarius energy. So it really is about the collective energy as well as your personal energy. And then, I keep saying and then again, you know, And there's some powerful other energies coming in this week as we speak. On the 25th, we will experience our new moon in Scorpio. So the moon will also be joining Venus in Scorpio, Venus and the sun, rather. And then by the end of this month, on the 29th, Mercury will also be joining those planets too. So by the end of this month, we will have the sun, Venus. We will have gone through the moon. By the end of this month, the moon will no longer be in Scorpio, but it will be there for about 3 days. And then we'll have Mercury. So primarily, it will be the sun, Venus, and Mercury in Scorpio energy. In addition to, and smacked right in the middle of our eclipse, and also some magnificent energy that's flowing through. So my big question to you is, what's in store for you? Now, are you aware of your astrological signs, what houses each sign's in, your sun, moon, and rising, and all the other planets that's in between all of that? Well, if you are not, and if you have not been following me, maybe you're not friends with me on Facebook because maybe you're watching from YouTube or Twitter, but I am currently offering a 12-week astrology course that can help you understand your astrology in a very simple way of going about it and start to use your astrology as your GPS. So if you are interested in learning more about the 12-week astrology course and how you can sign up for it, you can go ahead and email right on the bottom where my email is, healingwithin76@gmail.com. And maybe what I'm also going to do is I'm going to throw in my website in there. So give me a minute to add that to the banner. I'm going to throw that in there as well. Add that to the banner. I'm going to try to figure out how to add it to the banner. I love when I try to get technical. I really do love when I try to get technical. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. All right, so there we go. Let's see if I can figure this out. I can't figure it out. Why can't I figure this out? Anyway, I'm not gonna try to look cute here. I'm gonna leave it just as what it is, and I'm just gonna tell you my website. Okay, so that website, and maybe at some point I can figure out how to log it in there. But the website is holisticwithawfitnessny.com. Go over to my website and you will find out all the information based on my astrology course, the 12-week astrology course. You can stroll into the events for October. It's going to say that October now, but by next week it will say November. And you will get the entire outline to that course. And there's a link there where you can go and reserve your spot right away, secure your spot with your payment. And I'm super, super excited. Now, the first class actually takes place on December 12th. Note the date, 12/12. Yes, purposely done that way because I'm all about numerology. And it's a 12-week course. We will be skipping the week of Christmas and the week of Christmas and the week of New Year's. So it will obviously go a little, it'll still be a 12-week course with the skipping of those 2 weeks, whatever the case is. If you have any questions, feel free to email those questions to healingwithin76@gmail.com. And if you, with no hesitation, want to dive right into securing your spot, go over to my website. And again, that website is holisticwithawfitnessny.com. So let's dive in to this amazing, amazing forecast that I have for you in mind. And perhaps some of you might end up joining me for tonight's session, which I always love when people come and tune in with me because I always find that to be exciting. So I'm going to holler in to see if there's any other people who are around. I think that's pretty much it. But anyway, so if you don't catch this with me live, know that you will be able to catch this on my YouTube channel. It will be saved there. You will be able to go back and watch it on Twitter as well. So how tonight's going to work is I will be shuffling the cards, and I'm going to be asking for 3 cards for each zodiac sign. So that means you will get up to 9 cards to work with. So assuming you have a different zodiac sign for your sun, moon, and rising, you will have 9 cards to work with. Now, if you happen to have, let's say, as I know some who are triple threat, and that just means you have one zodiac sign in all 3 of those 3 major planets. So, for example, you may have Virgo sitting in sun, moon, and rising, which means you're going to have 3 cards to work with. Someone might have Virgo in the sun and the moon, but then a different zodiac sign in their rising. So they'll have 6 cards to work with. But most of us who do have different zodiac signs in the 3 planets will have up to 9 cards to work with. That means there's a lot of work for you to be doing during this Scorpio season. And I did that because I was guided to do it based on a 3-card reading for each sign, because of the work that we have to do. After all, this is a very intense, I like to call it wild ride during Scorpio season, to really help us move into that energy in regards to what's coming in for each and every one of us. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody who are commenting. Let me go over here to read some of the comments besides myself. All right, so I don't see any comments there on my YouTube page just yet. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted because it is going to be a busy night regarding the readings. So I will start with Aries and work my way down. As I get over to Virgo, if there is anyone who will be watching with me live, I will then take some time to say hello to everybody. And if not, I will just continue going. But this is going to be fun. And I always like to give you a little bit of insight regarding where each zodiac sign is associated with Scorpio. And right now, when we talk about Aries, you guys are going to be, the theme for you is really about the 8th house energy, which is really about what can you let go of this season? What can you let go of? What old stories can you let go of this season so you can make space for all the magnificent energy that's coming in, so you can begin to transform. So here we have it. So if you happen to have Aries and sun, moon, or rising, these 3 cards will be for you. So all 3, we have 1 card in upright position, 2 in regular. We're looking at the root, the sacral, and the throat chakra. So that's the work you Aries have to work on. Root, sacral, and throat chakra. So the first card here is the throat chakra, which is engage. What conversations do you want to engage in? What activities do you want to engage in? What new events do you want to engage in? Because that's what the Scorpio season is all about. What are you engaging in? What stories are you sharing? What old stories do you need to let go of? That 2-7 is that 9 energy. This is about letting go. Scorpio season is about getting rid of things that no longer serve your energy. And turquoise, right in the throat chakra, is really about your conversation. The internal dialogue, that connection that you may have with your unconsciousness, consciousness, and also your subconsciousness for that matter. And as you move more into the Scorpio season as of today, the big question to ask yourself is, how is this chapter going to work for you? And how do you want to show up in your chapter? So that 9 energy in astrology, in astrology is about becoming aware of your dream state, asleep and awake, because lots of messages are going to show up there for you. And in numerology, it is about letting go. It's about transformation. It's about a evolution that's about to come in for you. So what are you engaged in? What are you spending your time doing? And if you are spending your time doing things that do not raise your vibration, it's time to let go of that energy. So that's your first card for Aries. We're going to move it to the second card for Aries, completion. I love how the cards magically work together. We have a 9 energy and we have a 9 energy. So far we have 9s for Aries. There you are definitely completing something, whatever that might be for you. You're completing a project. You're completing a chapter. You are transforming. Now this is the sacral energy. So this is about, maybe you are completing the whole process of your inner child wounds. You no longer need to hold on to those inner child wounds. Considering when we talk about Aries, there is a lot of energy in your sign right now with Jupiter and Chiron there. So this could be a very meaningful time for you right now, so you can move into that transformation. That 9 energy, like I said before, letting go, transforming. Pay attention to your dreams that you have during sleep state and also your awake state. Third card, interesting enough, is in reverse. So when we talk about a reverse card, just means that we need to pay attention to this message, and you may need to do a little bit more grounding during Scorpio season because it could be a little bit overwhelming. The affirmation here is being a leader. So where would you like to be a leader? And recognize that if you are being a leader, there's a lot of engaging that you need to do. You need to make lots of decisions. 5-5. When we think about those 5 energy, that's about the change that's coming in. But the 5-5 is about your soul's purpose, the work you came to do. And maybe there's some of that work that you came to do is coming to an end. Maybe there's an evolution coming in and there's something new that's going to pop up for those Aries. I love that. Remember that 5 energy is associated in astrology with freedom and fun, but also massive change. In numerology, it is about massive change. It's about being courageous enough to make the change so you can bring more freedom in. And when you're a leader, you get to plan out your own schedule. I love that for Aries. Love that, love that, love that. Now, I know I had said that I wouldn't be saying hello to everybody as they're jumping in, but I do want to recognize that Robin is here with me. Thank you, Robin, for being here. And Robin, if you are here, if you're still with me, feel free to put your sun, moon, and rising energy in the comments here so I know when I get to your signs that I'll be chatting with you. So we're going to move into Taurus now. So Taurus, you guys are focusing on the 7th house energy, which is about taking some time to quiet down, reflect, review, recharge. And considering when we think of Taurus energy, it is the opposite sign of Scorpio. And there is a lot of energy between the North and South node that's going to be activated during this period. So definitely meditation is a key. Sitting, resting, honoring your energy. Do not do anything that's going to tilt the aspects of balance in your life. So make sure you are honoring your energy for Taurus. So let's see what 3 cards show up for Taurus. So those of you who are showing up as we speak, whether you're on my Facebook page, Twitter, or YouTube, feel free to hang in there. Put your, especially on my Facebook page, because that's where I'm actually watching right now, put in your sun, moon, and rising so I know what that is. And I will recognize you as we get closer to the Virgo energy, because I will have done 6 of the signs. And that's usually when I want to say hello to everybody. Since I did say hi to everybody beforehand, you might have not have been here. But it sort of keeps me on track so I don't get overwhelmed because a lot is going on. And I do want to keep our reading about no more than 56 to 60 minutes. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. All right, so Taurus, for you, interesting set of cards. What's going on here for you guys is there's 2 cards in reverse, and both of them happen to be solar plex energy. And what that means is there's going to be a lot of work that you need to do in your trusting your intuition. Solar plex is your willpower, your desires, coming out of limitations and restrictions. So with this energy in Scorpio season, that's that balance. Stop restricting yourself. Stop thinking you don't have something. Stop thinking that you need to have it in order to do something. It's a very old mindset. We got to shift out of that. First card to show, though, is unconditional love. So this aligns perfectly with the Venus energy in Scorpio. Unconditional love, loving yourself unconditionally. And now it is associated with the sacral energy. And the first thing that comes to mind when I hear is perhaps when you were a child, you did not get the love you thought you deserved, or you felt like a sibling got more attention from your parents than you did. If that's the case, I want you to take the time out right now to thank your parent or parents or whomever it was you didn't feel like you got the love from, and thank them, because what they actually did was they actually taught you how to love yourself unconditionally. And that is an amazing gift that anybody can give to anybody. So make note of that. The number 9 and 6, when we talk about that 9-6 energy, seems like that 9's been popping up a lot, especially in Aries. We have 2 cards with 9. That 6 energy, because that's what it adds up to, is about healing from any wounds of not feeling loved or feeling as though someone else got more attention than you did. And you may be carrying that energy in your adult life as well. So it's really important to pay attention to how you can actually take better care of yourself and learn to love yourself without expecting someone else to love you. The more you love yourself, the more you're going to reflect that out. So that 6 energy in astrology is about learning to take care of yourself. What is your self-care practice? How often do you have a self-care practice? Do you do your self-care practice daily? Is it a weekly thing? Is it a monthly thing? How often do you take care of yourself and love on you? is the big question. That's the astrology 6 energy. The numerology is about healing, nurturing, taking care of your mind, body, and spirit. And that's exactly that Taurus energy, bringing balance back into your schedule, learning to work as much as you play or play as much as you work, rest as much as you work. That balance between the two. Having the goodies, but then also making sure you're eating healthy. Second card, quite interesting. Like I said, in reverse, it's recognizing your power, how powerful you really are. And that's your solar plex energy. Your intuition, your ability to attract and manifest your deepest desires. Solar plex energy is remembering to have this unlimited mindset of knowing that everything is possible and you already have everything that you need now. And what that just really means is that if there's a specific project or commitment you want to commit to, but you're feeling as though you need the money first to do it, shift that mindset, because you are powerful enough to attract that finances to come in. So you already have it. You just have to be in that mindset of knowing it. 4-4, let's talk about that. That 4 energy is about your foundation, is about going home. When we speak about going home, it could very well be about that connection that you do have with your mom, spending time with mom, having conversations with mom, nurturing, healing, but it's also about your feminine energy as well. Recognizing how important it is to receive when we talk about that 4 energy. Now, when we talk about that double 4, which is 8, brings us right back into that Scorpio energy of what do you need to let go of so you can actually activate that power within you. So you can really see yourself as being this manifesting queen or king that you are. Remember that card's in reverse. Third one, also in reverse, which is interesting. In Aries, we had the double 9 showing up, and in Taurus, we get the double 8 showing up. I love that energy. So the old soul, recognizing the old version of you, recognizing what your old story might have been in this lifetime or even a past life when it comes to that 8 energy of money. Because number 8 in numerology is about abundance, your finances, your wealth. And when we think about the finances or wealth, that is associated with Venus energy, your relationship that you have with money. It's also the relationship you have with other people and money as well. So a lot of that might be coming up for you, Taurus. It's like bringing things into order is what I'm hearing. That 2-6, which is that 8 associated with astrology, again, Scorpio energy, the balance between your opposite side. What can you let go of so you can evolve and transform into something brand new? That's a biggie. So let's really think about that. So we have the double 8s here, but both cards are in reverse. So there is insight regarding the reverse on the 8 energy, whether it's about abundance, it's about letting go, transforming. The old soul energy is really about you thinking about how you did things in the past, old ways of thinking, and recognizing how you would like to see yourself transform. How do you want to see yourself in the mirror? What character do you want to take on in this chapter versus the chapter you had? What were the positive things about your previous chapter that you might want to bring into this chapter, and what things do you want to leave behind? So recognizing the old soul of you and remembering that unconditional love that you must bring in, and note how powerful you are. So that's Taurus energy. Love that. Now, I'm not sure if you guys in my Facebook page are leaving comments. I'm not seeing them right now. I am getting the hearts and stuff, but I'm not seeing comments. So if you are leaving comments, I don't see them, which means I'll have to come back later and read them if I'm not seeing your comments right now. If you are still here with me, if again, you can turn around and put your sun, moon, and rising sign in the comments so I know what they are. I love that. So now we're going to move into Gemini. So Gemini, you are going to be rocking the 6th house energy, which is all about how you can heal during the Scorpio season. What demons are in your closet is what I just heard. What demons are in your closet? How does this energy of Venus in Scorpio going to play out for you? What relationships around money do you need to clear out? How can you transition? How can you transform? How can you see yourself in a more abundant state? what I like, not just for Geminis right now, but what I like everybody to do just for a minute is just close your eyes and begin to visualize like it's a raining day. That rain that's coming down is literally gold that's coming down. And holding your hands open so you can catch as much of the gold that's coming in. And that's the abundance that you get to receive. So I just want you to hold that vision in your mind, not just for Geminis, but for all of us, because Venus in Scorpio season is going to influence all of us regarding money and how we feel about money, the relationship we have with money. But Geminis, it's really amplifying your energy because it's in your sixth house energy, meaning Scorpio. And it really is about what can you let go of? What old philosophies do you have regarding money that you can let go of? What is the story you need to let go of? All right, so our cards are showing up for Gemini. So Geminis, here we have it. All three of your cards are in an upright position. We are looking at the high heart, the throat, and the third eye. So here we go. So for you Geminis, love partnership. Love partnership. I love that. Because again, we do have Venus and Scorpio energy right now. So the relationship you have, Venus is the planet of love. So perhaps there might be some amazing relationship that could be inspired and activated during the season. So pay attention, get yourself out there, socialize a little bit. After all, you Geminis, you do like to communicate. So this could be a perfect time for a nice conversation. Get yourself out there, socialize, and see if you can be a little Cupid for yourself and put out that energy to connecting with somebody that you would like to have a relationship with in that love partnership. Now, if you're already in a love partnership, this is excellent. This is a great time to have a conversation. What do you want to say to your partner? Perhaps there may be some things you want to sit down and make changes on in the relationship that you're in reference to taking it to another chapter, or however long you've been in the relationship, whether it's a marriage or just a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, whatever it may be. But maybe it's a matter of just sitting and asking, okay, so where do you see your relationship going in the next 3 months? You know, how do you want it to expand? What is it? Where do you two of you want to be? So that's that throat chakra energy, communication. 6 and 3, we have this 9 energy. It seems to be a theme here. So when we talk about that 9 energy in astrology, pay attention to your dreams, whether you're daydreaming or sleeping. Pay attention. Keep a notebook and pen by your bedside so you can jot down whatever it is you need to jot down. Keep a notebook and pen by you if you're just sitting and relaxing, because you just never know what shows up. There's going to be messages that's showing up. Also, that 9 energy for you Geminis might be an indication that you may have to travel, or during your travels, you actually meet somebody. So pay attention, be alert. Don't be daydreaming. Well, I want you to daydream. But what I am hearing loud and clear is for those of you who wear like those earbuds or headphones when you're listening or watching something on your phone, take them out because you want to be paying attention. There's somebody that if you are going to be traveling, it doesn't matter if you're traveling just to a different city or if you're traveling to a different grocery store, pay attention. There's somebody out there that might very well be your love partner. So that's a lot of energy there in that 9th house in regards to travel. In numerology, as we know, it really is about letting go. Maybe it's about ending the factor of being single and moving into a relationship. Maybe it's a factor of your relationship's going to go to the next level. Or maybe it's just a factor of something's ending overall. You know, whether it's something about yourself that you've decided that you're going to let go of and seeing yourself in a different light. Because remember, as the cards for Taurus, unconditional love, we have to learn to love ourselves before we can love somebody else. So I'm loving that. Second card for Geminis is rebirth. This is a perfect time for a rebirth, to transform into this new version of you, seeing yourself in a different light when it comes to your money, relationships, and transformations. High heart, so again, compassion, kindness, love, and peace. 2 and 1, which is that 3 energy, which is associated with Gemini's energy, about communicating, media, connections, networking, all of the above. That 3 is also communication, learning to listen, learning to learn something new, teaching something as well. So very well, you might end up traveling to teach something. Love that. And then last but not least, we have 13, which is 4, which is also, message here is focus. Focus. If you are looking to focus on bringing a relationship in, focus on it. If you're looking to take your relationship to the next level, focus on it. Because what you focus on is going to grow. 1 and 3 is that 4 energy. So this is about receiving, stepping into that space of receiving. You don't always have to do. Allow and be open to whatever energy is about to come in. Allow it to happen organically. Chakra here is third eye. So this is allowing you to focus, zoom in, and considering we have the new moon coming in on the 25th, a perfect time to really start setting out your intentions to what you would like your relationships to look like and how you want to heal from yourself. How do you want to heal from within so you can start attracting healthier, stronger relationships, not just with people, but also yourself and your money as well. So focus on that. Love that for Gemini. All right, we're going to move into Cancer. So Cancer, you guys are in your 5th house, which is all about change. What do you want to change during Scorpio season? Now, remember, in order to change, you have to be willing to do something different. If you're planning to do the same old everyday routine, change is not going to come from that. Now, you can do something as, which is quite interesting, start walking backwards. You know, be in a space where you can actually walk backwards, where you can feel confident enough that you're not going to get run over or you're not going to fall. But start doing a little walking backwards. Now, there's a benefit to walking backwards besides the fact that it's changing your whole system in general, but it also builds balance and it increases your strength in your hamstrings and calves, believe it or not, and decreases back pain. Just a little physiology there. I think it was physiology. Kinesiology. Sorry, got the K's and the P's mixed up there based on the personal trainer. That's pretty funny. So anyway, so what changes do you want to endure during the Scorpio season? And in order to have the changes, you have to be courageous enough to move out of, let's say, the left lane and move into the right lane. You have to be willing to say, you know what? This no longer serves me. I'm going to step away. You have to be willing to take the chance. Because if you're waiting for somebody else to change it, it's not going to happen. Courageousness is the key word here. So let's see what cards show up. And when we think about that 5 energy, it's also about fun. You want to have fun. You want to be adventurous. You want your freedom. I love the cards for Cancer. So you Cancers, you have 2 cards in reverse, 1 upright. So let's take a peek. We're looking at the root chakra and double heart. We have the healing and also compassion. First card is intuition. It's really important to trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you to what your changes need to be. Sometimes we hold on to our comfort zone. We hold on to it being easy and we don't have to think about it. But maybe it's time to really, if you're familiar with the term muscle test, and if you're not familiar with the term muscle test, those of you who are watching me live on Facebook, if you're familiar with muscle test, show me some thumbs ups or hearts so I know you're familiar with muscle testing. And for those of you that word might be new, muscle testing can be done, well, several ways. My 2 favorite are with a pendulum and also your own body. And how you do it is you assign a yes or no. You ask a question that you know the answer is yes to, and your body is going to give you a signal. And you ask a question that you know your answer is no, and your body's going to also give you a signal. It could be a feeling, it could be a movement, the same thing with pendulum as well. And it's a great way to start activating your intuition to know whether or not something serves you anymore. So when working with your pendulum or your own body, and you get, let's say, does this particular thing serve me? And you get a no, you know right away it's time to let it go. And I would say that it would probably be easier to know if it serves you or not, because if you are not getting anything from a particular thing, it's really time to go. But you can utilize your intuition. Now, in order to activate your intuition, you do need to ground your energy so you can actually be more focused, more stable, and more balanced in your thought process so you can make a decision. 2 and 4. That's 6. Now, we just talked about the 6 energy based on Geminis, where it is about, this is a time of healing. When you trust your intuition, you actually move into a space of healing. So as you're in this energy that it's time to change, time to gain freedom, that's going to also help you to heal your mind, body, and spirit. So that's the first card. Second card in reverse, which is faith. And it's so interesting that this card shows in reverse because sometimes when we're not trusting our intuition, we're also not in faith. Not in faith. We're guessing, we're second guessing. We're in this mindset of like, oh, we can't do this. We can't do this. And the minute we go into that mindset of we can't do it, we're not trusting. We are not trusting. So because us cancers, and I have to put me in the category because I happen to have a Cancer rising sign, it's really important to step into faith and trust that if you are being nudged to shift something, it really is time to do it. That 5 and 6 is 11. So this is about being the master healer to self. This is about being the master teacher to self as well. So trusting that if you see that number 5, 6 showing up anywhere in your life during Scorpio season, this is reminding you to have faith, but it's also reminding you to tap into your intuition and take the chance of doing something different so you can start to heal. Because that's that green energy, heart chakra. Something that's weighing heavy on your mind or heart. This is a time to trust fate, trust your intuition, and change something. Change something. When we think about 11 in astrology, it's associated with Aquarius, which right now, again, as I said earlier, Saturn has been in Aquarius and just gone direct. So by changing something, it also may change your structure. It may change your foundation. It may change your connection and community as well. But don't be afraid of that because that's what change is about. Changing the people, places, and things that you are comfortable around. It's time for change. But remember that card's in reverse. Third card rather, also in reverse. And I'm just loving the theme here because I think Aries had it, Taurus had it, Gemini didn't have it, but now Cancer has it. We have that 11 energies showing up. Quite interesting that we have 11 again for Cancer. So Cancer, besides seeing the number 11 during Scorpio season, pay attention when you see the number 1111. 1111 is a sign to make a wish. Wish on something that you would like to see manifesting. But also understand that if you're going to wish on something to manifest, you have to be willing to take the action so you can get to where you want to get to so that manifestation can become your reality. Clarity here. Clarity. So when we talk about 11 and clarity, we speak about connections. Connection. Your community. Getting out into your community. Connecting with a different bunch of people, but also that connection you have with your higher self, the master healer that you are, and making the connection. When we talk about the Scorpio season, this is about what can you let go of so you can transform and gain the clarity you are looking to gain. But definitely pay attention to if you see the numbers 11 or 1111. That's letting you know there's clarity right there. You are about to heal something big. So there's some massive change that's coming in for you. So pay attention to that. Cancer. Love that. 11 and 1111 for Cancers. That is your sign during Scorpio season. If you see it, know that there's your clarity. Focus on what it was you were thinking about before you saw it, or focus on what shows up in your mind once you saw it. And there's your clarity. Because that clarity is going to lead to change. This is time for change. What you've been doing no longer works. It's time to let it go so you can transform. All right, we're going to move into Leo. So Leo, this season for you is all about your foundation. It's all about going home. When we speak of going home, it's shelter, meaning literally going to see family. But it's also about your body, mind, and spirit. Bringing more balance in your body, healing, nurturing yourself, and allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to be open to people taking care of you. People taking care of you. The love. That card wants to show up. Interesting card. All right. Quite interesting. All right, so for Leos, 2 of your cards are in reverse and 2 of your cards are in the same chakra. So let's talk about the heart chakra and the sacral energy. So for you Leos, it is about patience. So you do need to endure some patience during Scorpio season, especially because you are in your 4th house energy, which might very well mean that patience is about being more patient with the women around you, your girlfriends, your mom, your coworkers, but being patient. You may feel like something's not moving as quickly as you would like it to. So it's really important to be patient here. That 4 is your foundation, stability and balance. The more patience you endure, the more balance you're going to feel within you. But also remembering when we talk about patience, it's not about asking for patience because you already have patience. It's just really about allowing yourself to nurture and heal during this time. And it could be, again, being patient with somebody else. Maybe somebody else is going through a healing experience right now, and you need to be patient with them as they go along their journey. So pay attention to that. This card just showed up. We just had this with Cancer. Now we have it with Leos, the 56, and it showed up in reverse here as well. So if you happen to have Cancer and Leo in your chart, means there's lots of faith that needs to take place here. Means you got to start trusting. You got to start believing. You got to start being open to the possibilities of things are going to change. 5 and 6 is that 11 energy. This is about trusting your community. This is about being open to your community, connecting with your community as well, but also connecting with yourself as the master healer. Know that you have, I like to say, healing skills that you can heal your mind, body, and spirit. You don't need to rely on the Western medicine 100%. You can combine a little bit of both into it, or really take your healing into your own hands, as our bodies can heal itself naturally when we allow it to. But have faith, have faith, have faith. And remember, because that 11 energy is showing up, it's reminding you that you are the master healer to your own body. And that 4 energy is about your mind, body, and spirit. So let's talk Chu, which is also in reverse. Chu is about that relationship you have with yourself. Feminine and masculine energy, also the relationship you have with others as well. When we speak of sacral energy, that's the connection we have with our womb, and also connection we do have with our mothers. After all, the 4th house energy is about the relationship with mother. So maybe you need to really have faith and help the relationship, help the healing process with a woman figure, if not your mother. So pay attention to that energy, and also pay attention to your own feminine and masculine energy as well. That relationship you have and what needs healing. Can you let go of judgment, guilt, shame, and blame? Can you put those characters down and move more in a space of compassion, confidence, kindness, and love? Let's see if you can own those characters versus the other ones. Remember, this card's in reverse, so love that for our Leos. Quite interesting. And I do believe that I'm not sure if everyone's still watching, who's with me, but again, like I said, I cannot see comments that's coming in, so if you are leaving comments, please forgive me for not responding. I don't see them at this moment. And in less than one card reading away, I will be acknowledging who's with me right now. So here we're moving into Virgo energy, 3rd house for Virgo. This is about what you're willing to learn this season. What are you looking to teach? What are you looking to say this season? What truths do you want to speak out? When we think about Scorpio season, it really is about the dark side, the stories we tell ourselves. Sometimes we tell ourselves a story just so we can get through the day. So this is a possible time for you to start communicating, sharing your feelings, also being a really good listener as well. So let's see what cards are in store for the Virgos out there. Let's see, what do we have going on for Virgos? Oh, interesting here for Virgos. So Virgos, pay attention. 2 of your cards in reverse, one's an upright. We have a double solar plex energy and 1 heart chakra. So for you Virgos out there, and I'm just going to put a note for myself so I have it. Virgos, you have an opportunity to redeem a 15-minute complimentary Reiki treatment. So if your sun, moon, or rising sign is in Virgo, feel free to go ahead and send me a message, or email healingwithin76@gmail.com to redeem your 15-minute complimentary Reiki treatment, virtually speaking. And you have the next 72 hours to redeem this. So that gives plenty of time for those who might be watching on any of the other platforms, seeing this later, to redeem your 15-minute complimentary Reiki treatment. So anyway, let's talk about the first card, which is in reverse, which we just said in regards to third house energy. This is the third card. Number 3, communicate, listen, speak, express. What do you need to listen to, and what truths do you need to start to hear? What truths do you need to start to say? This yellow energy is about your solar plex. This is about being able to step into security, feeling safe, being able to feel safe where you can express yourself so you don't feel like you're timid in your energy. It's also about having the ability to stretch. And when I use the word stretch, I don't mean physically stretch, but stretching your energy so you can speak your truth. And start to be a really good listener, because there might be people around you that might be willing to speak their truth as well. So that's a powerful card, but it's in reverse. And when we think about that 3 energy, it is about socializing, networking, communicating, creating. So your creativity, what can you do to activate your creativity? Are you a dancer? Do you sing? Do you paint? Do you draw? Do you cook? Whatever other ways that you can bring your creativity up, to do so, because that creativity is important as well. Second card, this also showed up before. 44 and powerful. Recognize how powerful you really are. Also recognize how powerful your words are, because the words and what you speak out, because they are so powerful, could actually be very, very hurtful if you don't pay attention to how you say it. So pay attention to that. Recognize that your energy, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, is very powerful. That 4 is about your foundation, your home, your shelter. It's a connection you have with your mother, connection you have with other women as well. So again, I think this was in the Gemini energy, and now it's showing up in Virgos as well. So that feminine energy, but it's also associated with 8. That 8 is about letting things go, allowing yourself to be in that transition, allowing yourself to move out of the darkness and allow yourself that evolution. Recognize dark energy moving into the light is what I just heard. Dark energy moving into the light. The 8 energy is about new beginnings coming in and recognizing how powerful you are. Trust that. And it's also about abundance, balance, achievements as well. So a lot of that could very well be coming up in your creative flow. Remember the cards in reverse though. And as I've already mentioned, the third card's about your Reiki treatment. So go ahead and redeem a 15-minute complimentary Reiki treatment. You can redeem this within the next 72 hours. And again, that email is healingwithin76@gmail.com. Those of you who are watching on Facebook, feel free to message me. Let me know that you do have Virgo in your sun, moon, or rising. It could be one of those 3. It could be in all 3. It could be in 2, whatever it is. But go ahead and redeem your Reiki treatment. And I'll even take it one notch further. If you have Virgo in any other of your placements, feel free to redeem your Reiki treatment, because I believe we all can benefit on Reiki. The numbers in your Reiki card is 00, recognizing that there is choices and potential. We always have a choice. It's up to us to make a choice. There's an expression. Coming up with no decision is a decision in itself of not making a decision. So that too is a choice. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're at Virgo. So for right now, we're just going to take a 2-second break. Just want to say hello to everybody who might still be here with me. I don't know if everyone who has signed in before, but I do see we have Robin still here, Tanya, and also Jo Marie. So hello, 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 whoever is here with me. And feel free, again, keep putting your comments. Although I'm not able to see the comments, I will definitely come back and look at the comments once I am no longer live and respond to those comments at that point. Not sure to why every once in a while Facebook doesn't allow me to see comments. All right, so we're going to move into Libra now. So we're going to move along the other 6 signs. We're already at 49 minutes. Wow. So Libra, you guys are in your second house energy. So this is really about your relationships, your contracts, physical and material possessions. It's associated with Taurus energy. And it's our partnerships professionally and personally speaking. So let's take note on what's going to happen for Libra in reference to what new contracts are going to show up, what old contracts are going to be released professionally and personally. Remember, these contracts are to help you bring more balance into your life. So if there is something that you are contracted to and you're no longer feeling that it's serving you, it may be time to let it go. And then that allows you to bring in a new contract. Love the energies that are showing up for Libras. Okay, Libras, I love your cards. So one of your cards in reverse, the other two's upright. We are looking at solar plex, throat, and the crown chakra. So the very first one, which I think you Libras are going to love, play. Play. Being playful. Playful. Relationships as well. Being playful in your relationships. Whether you want to be playful with your children, your fur babies, your spouse, your siblings, whatever it may be, your parents, but play, 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 play. That 7 energies right there align with your sign. Your Libras are the 7th house energy. So it is really about bringing balance into your life, but also communication. Communication. When you are in these relationships that you're going to have, the contracts that are going to show up, it's really important to bring your tone into a playful space. Everything doesn't have to be spoken in such a serious matter. Everything can be in a more playful way. Kindness, compassion, and love. That 7 energy is reminding you also that you can use your imagination in your meditation, in your quiet time, and recognizing that maybe during this time you are going through a spiritual awakening as you go through play. So recognize that. For you Libras, excuse me, that got a little tickle going on. There's forgiveness in your card. Forgiveness. So because you are in your second house energy, makes a lot of sense that maybe there's someone you need to forgive, or maybe you want forgiveness from somebody else. So my suggestion to you would be, if there's forgiveness you're looking for somebody else from, my suggestion is just to sit down in the mirror, pretend that person is in front of you, and just be open to them forgiving you. Now, if there's somebody you want to be forgiven by, then write your letter to them. Of course, the letter doesn't go to them. And just express whatever it is you felt that took place and that you want them to forgive you. So it is really about letting go and allowing your heart to feel more of compassion for one another. This is about the crown energy. When we speak of forgiveness, forgiveness is the highest level of healing. And when you can move into that space of forgiving somebody, forgiveness just means that you're understanding that that other person did or did not do, or well, we're going to go it this way, did the best they could with the information and the insight that they had. Now, if they didn't show up the way you wanted them to show up, they showed up the best way they knew. And perhaps you can forgive them for that, for recognizing that they showed up the best way they knew. And start forgiving yourself as well. So if you did something to somebody that you feel that they need to forgive you, you have to forgive yourself. And forgiving another person is really about just allowing yourself to let go of that heavy energy. And again, forgiveness is the highest level of healing. So when you can step into a space of forgiveness, you do let go of the heavy energy that you hold on to. So that 9 energy is maybe even in your dream state before going to bed, you can literally lay down or go into kneeling position to prayer and literally say to whomever that person is that you are open to forgiving them, or that you're wishing that they can forgive you. And just put that energy out there and know that during your sleep state, the healing is taking place because your higher energy team is guiding and supporting you on that healing process. So give that a try tonight and see how that works for you moving forward into your relationship with that person. That card's in reverse though, so please, please, please allow yourself to move into a space of healing and allowing yourself to forgive yourself for whatever it might have been that you feel that might be causing such heaviness for you and that other person. Third card, success. Success. And remember, because you guys are in your second house energy about relationships and that Venus energy in Scorpio about money, this could be a very great time during Scorpio season to have success. And when we bring that card into the card we just had, this could be a very good time to have a successful healing experience in forgiveness as well. That 8 energy is really about letting something go to bring more balance into your energy, whether that success is financial, the success is just about healing and nurturing professionally or personally, whatever it may be, but abundance of love, abundance of healing, abundance of forgiveness that goes out. Trust that everything, as you sleep at night, when you wake the next day, everything is in a different order and you are transforming into something new. So I'm loving that for Libras. And remember, this card is in reverse, so you have to trust it. You have to trust that when you sleep at night and you wake the next day, it's a brand new chapter, it's a new gift. And if you move into that new gift with a matter of a heart, forgiving heart, you'll start to see things very differently. All right, we are moving into Scorpio. So for those Scorpios out there, happy birthday. And we are apparently going to run over the hour tonight, so my apologies. So Scorpios, you guys are in your first house energy. This is all about self. This is about your new beginning, your rebirth, your new ways of seeing yourself, and many new things coming in for you, new opportunities. So everything you've been working on for the entire year is now going to manifest for you, assuming you are ready and willing to receiving it. All right, so let's see what cards will help you during this birthday season. And do keep in mind, Scorpios, and everybody for that matter, we are all worthy of things. The reality of it all, and I've just really learned this expression just the other day. We are all worthy, but not all of us are ready. So that's really the big question is, are you ready to receive all the greatness that's coming in for you? This is, of course, for Scorpios, but everybody else as well. All right, Scorpios, quite interesting. 2 of your cards are in reverse, and you too also have the Reiki card. So for Scorpios, you too can go ahead and redeem a 15-minute complimentary Reiki session. Okay, and to do that, very similar to the Virgos, go ahead and email healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you're watching from Facebook, you can go ahead and message me. Let me know that you have Scorpio in your chart. It could be your birthday month too, for that matter. So go ahead and redeem that 15-minute complimentary session. So the first card in reverse is about a new relationship, which makes sense because this is your rebirth time. So you may be in that space of not quite sure what that looks like. So that relationship with self may be a little, off-centered right now. The big thing here is that 10 energy. That 10 is your soul's purpose. As you move into your birthday month, as you have this rebirth energy, it's time to re-examine your soul's purpose. Remember that 1 energy is really self. That 0 is a reminder that there's choices and you have a lot of potential. Get grounded during your birthday season so you can be ready to jump into that new relationship with yourself. Cards in reverse. And remember that 10 energy is also about your achievements. Recognize everything you've achieved in the last year and what you're ready to achieve in this new year. Second card is also reverse, which is about marriage. So now we talk about this one. Yes, it could be a traditional marriage, married to somebody. But it also could be about your philosophies, habits, behaviors, programming, beliefs as well. And because you are moving into your rebirth season, maybe you need to let some of those habits go Maybe it really is about re-examining the marriage you do have with another person, sitting down with them and seeing what works in the marriage and what doesn't work in the marriage. And whatever doesn't work in the marriage, maybe it's time to let that go, make space, sign a new contract with each other to what you both would like to see the marriage move into and grow into. That 8-8 is a 7. So it's about bringing more balance into the marriage, whether it's again the traditional marriage or the marriage that you are involved in with yourself. We always have to remember we have to learn to marry ourselves, and we have to bring balance into that marriage. Habits, beliefs, programming, philosophies as well. Cards in reverse. This is associated with the crown energy. This is really about that higher consciousness and the relationship you have with your higher self. When we talk about a marriage, it's the highest level in any relationship, but it's in reverse. So pay attention to that. And you already know your third card is about a Reiki treatment. So if you are, again, because you are experiencing rebirth, it's your birthday season, you may be in that space where things are sort of like not feeling 100% in alignment. So you may be questioning the relationship with self and relationship with others. You may be examining the marriage that you have with somebody else and even yourself. So Reiki treatment makes a lot of sense for you Scorpios. So go ahead, redeem your 15-minute complimentary Reiki treatment. You do have 72 hours to redeem that session. Doesn't mean you need to have the session in 72 hours, but you need to reach out to me to schedule the session within 72 hours. All right, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you are in your 12th house, which means tying up the loose ends, things that are sort of out of place, so to speak. This is also about tapping into your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities, and it's the connection that you do have with all the other zodiac signs. So what do you need to tie up? What loose ends do you have to sort of cut the cords to? You may be in the midst of really trying to figure out the darkness and getting to the root cause, the truths of things, and really examining what people, places, and things really match your energy. And being in that space of releasing what does not. And do keep in mind, this is for everybody as well, along with the Scorpio season of the Sun and Venus, Mercury will go into Scorpio as of the 29th of this month, 28th, 29th of this month, which means the communication as well. So there's lots and lots of energy that's taking place. So here we have it for Sagittarius. Interesting card for the first one. Oh, there we go. All right, so Sagittarius, for you, we are looking at double heart and also the crown. So the very first one is higher education. And that's so interesting because Sagittarius, that's what you're all about. Your energy is really about higher wisdom, the spiritual wisdom, and also the intellect as well. That 36 is that 9 energy, which is really associated with your actual energy in itself. You just happen to be in your 12th house, which is perfectly aligned to letting things go. When we think about in astrology, we think about 9, we think about 8. 8 is associated with Scorpio, which is about endings, transformations, and new beginnings. 9, again, is associated with Sagittarius, which is about that traveling state. And also in numerology, it's about letting things go, transforming. And that's what this is all about for you, Sagittarius. This is about tying things, tying up the loose ends, and transforming. And perhaps that higher education, the wisdom that you're going to tap into, because 12th house is your psychic abilities. So your psychic abilities may become heightened during Scorpio season. When we think about Scorpio season, it's also about the darkness. And sometimes during the darkness is where we find our light. So that makes a lot of sense for the first card. I love that. Second card, it's really important to be patient with yourself during Scorpio season because things may not go as quickly as you may like it, even though you might be tying up those loose ends. You might be in that spiritual space, but you're just not feeling like, oh my God, why is everything taking so damn long? Be patient. Be patient. You'll start to see the shifts happening in your foundation. You'll start to see the different people slowly starting to move away, and that will make space for all those new people to come in. Be kind to yourself. Be graceful to yourself. That's very important. This patience is about you. You have to be patient with yourself based on all the things that are getting ready to unravel to be released. We have to unpack things for them to go. The same thing, we have to pack things for them to go. So be patient. This is about your home, healing and nurturing. This is also that energy with your feminine energy. Be open to receiving a little bit of support as you tie up your loose ends, and definitely be open to receiving support from spirit guides, which leads us right into the next card. Higher self. Connecting with your higher self, connecting with spirit guides, that 11 energy, connecting with your community, taking note of the community you hang out with. Do they serve you at this time? Are they in alignment to what you, that higher education, that higher wisdom? Do you connect with people that are in alignment with what you are desiring, what your wisdom is about? Because that's the crown energy. You may be very well in a manner of moving into a new community, being introduced to new people. I love that. Higher self is a powerful word for Sagittarius right now. But be very patient with yourself, because you are tying up those loose ends, and you are in the process of letting go of things that no longer serve you. And that also very well may be letting go or being let go of. And what that just means is that, again, maybe you stayed too long in your job and they're letting you go. Maybe that job no longer serves you. So there's a lot of transitioning going on for you, Sagittarius. Be prepared for it. Be okay with the fact that there's change coming in. And as you are more okay with it, you will notice that foundation changing, and you will start to heal and be ready for all the greatness that's going to show up in your birthday season. Love that for Sagittarius. All right, so for Capricorns, this is about your community this season. This is about getting out, socializing, networking, relationships, contracts, all that fun stuff. This is definitely associated with that Saturn energy, because it is an Aquarius. So your boundaries, your foundation, things you're moving around in your home. Even I just literally in my mind's eye, I literally see people moving things around, restructuring their space, organizing. In fact, I did a lot of that over the last 45 or 55 days or so. Let's see, 30 days. Yeah, I'd say about that. 30 and 45 is what? 75 days. In the last 75 days, I have done a lot of restructuring. And because I happen to have Aquarius as my moon energy, that makes a lot of sense. But for you Capricorns, that's the 11th house, which is associated with Aquarius. Let's see what's in store for you guys. Oh, that card just definitely wants to fly out. Oh, I love that first card. Love the fact that it flew out. Love that one. Okay, so Capricorn, this is a very powerful time. We're looking at 2 heart chakras and solar plex. First one is surrender. Surrender. Let it go. Let it go. So whatever, we talk about that 11th house energy, whatever boundaries, whatever is going on in your foundation, let it go. 6 and 8 is 5, which is change. So there is massive change that's about to come in regards to community, in regards to your relationships, in regards to seeing humanity, in regards to just being in that space, your structure. So surrender. Stop fighting it. And that will allow you to feel lighter in your heart. When we talk about that 5 energy, it is about change. It's also about your freedom. The more you surrender, the more you're going to have freedom, where you're not going to feel like you have this tug of war constantly going on. Leading you into the second card and this card showed up a few times today. Powerful. Recognize how powerful you really are. Trust your power. Trust your power. Trust your community. Get out into your community. Socialize, network, brainstorm, share ideas. That 4 is about your foundation. It's about being open to receiving support from other people, which works into that 8 energy, which again, letting go. Letting go and transforming and recognizing what you've come to achieve in this time. Love that, love that, love that. 8 energy is also about abundance showing up for you. but the card's in reverse. And then we have the sixth card. The sixth card. So when we think about that sixth energy, it's about healing and nurturing self. After all, that 11 energy is about your community, reaching out, making connections, surrendering where you need to surrender, the structure, the boundaries, setting up new boundaries. That sixth energy is also associated with health, fitness, and wellness. Health, fitness, and wellness, taking better care of yourself as well, changing up some of your habits and allowing yourself so you can transform. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Moving into Aquarius. So you Aquarius is out there. I'm sure you are going to be feeling this amazing Saturn energy now that it has gone direct. It's all about your foundation, your structure, your boundaries, restructuring things up. And you guys are in your 10th house. So this is about your soul's purpose, your work that you came here to do. And perhaps that might look a little different now that Saturn's gone direct, that you may find yourself in a different workplace. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to perhaps some of your job duties might be changing. Also pay attention to your masculine role as well, the things you need to do. The 10th house is about the masculine. Remember, the 4th house is about the feminine energy of receiving. The 10th house is about doing, taking charge, taking action, stepping into something, packing up is the word I just heard. So there's definitely going to be, for those Aquarius out there, some transitions happening. Things are coming to an end. You are moving into a different direction, a new job perhaps, a new home, a new car, new city even for that matter. So there's going to be a lot of movement for Aquarius. We're going to see collectively, too, a lot of changing going on, politically speaking. And I don't speak of politics, but I'm being guided just to say that. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. Interesting first card to pop up. All right, so for Aquarius, we have double root chakra. We have 2 cards in reverse. So the very first card is faith. Now, I had mentioned that because you are in your 10th house, that there's going to be a lot of transitioning. You must have faith. You must believe that if you are literally going to be asked to leave something, that it's the right time for you to be leaving it. It's the right time for you to leave it. If you are being asked to step into something at a higher level, it's the right time to do that. Trust it, trust it, trust it. It is time to level up. It is time to stop telling yourself your old stories. It is time to step into what you've achieved. It is time to move into a higher vibration, is what I'm hearing. That 11 energy is about a master healer. It's time to heal from some of your old stories and allow yourself to be in a space of something new coming in. Again, Scorpio energy is all about a transformation happening. And you're in your 10th house, which is about the work that you came here to do, your soul's purpose. This is all about the green energy, which is about anything that makes you feel heavy in your heart. With this energy and having faith, everything is going to work out for your most highest good. So pay attention. The card is in reverse. Also, card in reverse is a karmic completion. So something is ending. There's a karmic cycle that's coming to an end. And that means a new beginning. Something new is coming in. But you do need to stay grounded and focused so you can bring more balance into your life while this transition takes place. And what I'm hearing really big here is really about workspace. There is some major changes coming in for many people who have Aquarius in their energy about their workspace. Major changes. Lots of shifting going on in workspace. So what I'm hearing very loudly is this is a really great time to get those resumes out, update your resume, start looking for something that really serves your purpose, and have faith that everything's going to work out for you because there's a new opportunity coming in. Stay grounded on that. And with this new moon's energy in Scorpio, this is a great time to really put the energy out there of what you would like that new job to look like and what you would like that new job to do for you in reference to maybe financial abundance. Stepping into receiving your financial abundance. And that's that karmic completion cycle. Remember, the cards in reverse. So for you Aquarius, this Scorpio season is going to be very powerful because it does play a role in your workspace. Third card is trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Now, sometimes we second guess our intuition. That's where the faith comes in, where I mentioned this earlier in one of the other signs. This is a great time to start learning how to muscle test or use a pendulum to really get to know your yes or no answers. So you don't have to start asking people, well, do you believe this is the right thing for me to do? You should know the answer to that. Your body, your gut is going to tell you whether or not this is the right thing for you to do. And I always like to say, if at this time you are being guided, if it's showing up in your mind's eye, then it's the right thing for you to do. So if your mind's eye is saying, well, maybe it's time for me to have a different job, then trust it, that this is a time for you to leave. You don't have to necessarily have the new job already to leave. And I know that sounds like crazy talk, but the reality of sometimes we have to be willing to trust and have faith, and we have to be willing to let it go first before we can bring it in. And once you do let it go, that's when things start to really happen. And that will begin your healing process. So that's really intensive energy for Aquarius. So heal, nurture, schedule time to sit in your meditations. Schedule time to sit in meditation and start calling in that energy of what you would like to see come in new. I'm loving that for Aquarius, especially because of the excuse me. The Saturn the Saturn energy going direct. This is very, very big for those who have Aquarius in their energy. And for those who have Saturn in Aquarius for that matter. This is a collective energy and also an individual energy. So for you Aquariuses out there, pay attention to what in your structure is about to change. A big portion of that is definitely going to be your work relationships are about to change. Your job is about to change. There's going to be massive shifts taking place there. So pay attention, but have faith that everything's going to work out for your highest purpose. All right, and you may be asking yourself, what the hell does that expression mean for your highest purpose? Well, everything works out for your higher self. You may not see it right now because you see yourself in the version of you, but everything that's coming forth is coming forth in the chapter coming in, not the chapter that you're in now. And that's up to you to be able to receive what's coming in. So it serves your highest purpose, or higher self. All right, moving into Pisces. So Pisces, this is all about your ninth house energy. This is about your sleep state, your awake state. This is about traveling. This is about making sure you have pen and paper by your bedside because your dreams are going to be very informative. There's going to be a lot of insight showing up, either for you or somebody else that you're going to be able to give information to. In fact, very quickly, that happened to me last night. I had an amazing dream, interesting dream, and I shared the dream with the other person, and I told the other person that it was very important for him to share that dream with his boss because it had a lot to do with him and his boss, and that he needed to share that dream because sometimes we act as a catalyst. So we'll get the message and then we have to deliver it to somebody, and that's how the other person gets it because they may not be open to receiving an intense message as that. And for me, and because I'm in my ninth house as a Pisces, and as all Pisces out there, your dreams are going to be very powerful. Pen to paper. Make sure you write down before you even get out of bed. And there's going to be a lot of traveling for Pisces right now. So you might find yourself traveling to different places to do different events, speaking events, whatever it is, career events, whatever it is. But there's going to be a lot of traveling, family events as well. So you open to that. Let's see what cards we have for you. Okay. Love the cards. So for Pisces, two of your cards are upright, one's in reverse. We are looking at sacral, heart, and throat. So very first card for Pisces is unconditional love. Remember to love yourself unconditionally, no exceptions. Love yourself as you are, love people as they are. Sacral energy is about recognizing, let go of the judgment, the shame, the guilt, the blame. Let go of it all. Step into your confidence. Allow yourself to be empowered and then empower others. That 6 energy is about healing as you do travel, healing as you do go through your sleep state, receiving the messages, heal. Recognize that you are also a healer. And that's why you do receive the messages you receive during your sleep state and even your daydream state, where it's here to help others as well. So that's your first card. That 6 energy is taking time to rest and love yourself enough so you can rest. Second card, interesting enough, is in reverse. It's about family. So big question is, perhaps you might be traveling to family, and perhaps there might be something with family that you do need to work on healing, the matters of the heart. The 6 showed up here, 6 is here. So that's your theme. So the matters of the heart, where do you need to heal a family matter? That's 6 energy. So you may need to travel to go visit somebody so you can heal something that needs some of your attention. Third card, again, remember to play. Remember to play. Even though that ninth energy is about your your spiritual wisdom, traveling, sleep, during sleep and awake state, your dreams, but it's also about play, bringing more balance into your life and being able to communicate in a more playful way. There's things you need to say during this time, which is one of the reasons why you're receiving the messages you're receiving during maybe your sleep state or daydreaming, because there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be showing up that you need to share with others. That 7 energy is about your contracts with one another, the relationships, being able to justify what is actually going on. But really important and final message is to play. Whatever it is that you like to play, play it. So that's for Pisces. All right, guys. So that went a little longer than expected tonight. But anyways, that's your 12 zodiac signs. You have 3 cards for each zodiac sign. You'll have up to 9 cards to work with. And of course, if you're a triple threat, you have 3. If you have 2 signs in the same major elements, then you'll have 6 cards to work with. But whatever the cases are, work on these cards, come back, write out the colors, the chakras that you need to work on, because that's the whole process here, is working on those chakras that need your attention. And I would love to know how this pans out for you during Scorpio season. Feel free to send me emails. Let me know how this all falls out for you, what shows up, what things do you let go of, what things do you transform into, and all the new opportunities that are showing up for each and every one of you. You can send me those emails at healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to sharing more with you. And till then, enjoy the Scorpio season. And remember, Virgos and Scorpios out there, you can redeem your 15-minute complimentary Reiki treatment. And you could do that within the next 72 hours. If you are watching through Facebook, go ahead and send me a message. And if you are watching on YouTube or Twitter, you can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. And note that you could do this within the next 3 days. So you have 72 hours to redeem your 15-minute Reiki treatment. For those that are new to me, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, master Reiki practitioner, Reiki master rather, and also the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. I super enjoyed being here with you tonight. Enjoy Scorpio season and all the amazing energy that's coming through. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Bye-bye for now.